Hi, my name is Amanda Lentz, and the Coretta Scott King Award winner that I chose was Gone Crazy in Alabama by Rita Williams Garcia. So this book is the third in a series, which I didn't know before I picked it, but it really stands alone just fine, so it's not hard to read on its own. It is about three sisters, Delphine, Vonetta, and Fern. They're sent to live with their grandmother for a summer in Alabama. And they're actually from Boston where they live with their father, so traveling to Alabama is a big culture shock to them. Um, so they often think differently than Big Ma, their grandmother, who is a bit more traditional in her views of life, racism, and sexism. They immediately have to settle in with house chores and their family issues, and they have a lot of family issues going on. The oldest sister, Delphine, takes charge of the girls and tries to keep them in line, which just causes more tension between all of them. And she doesn't really agree with the chores that Big Mom wants her to do, and she rebels against her. And the girls quickly learn that Big Ma is fighting with Miss Trotter, who lives across the creek. Vendetta gets caught up between the women, and she listens to both of their stories and insults and report back to the other sister. Fern tries to find her place in life and begins exploring poetry, just like her mother did, even though it isn't quite accepted. And despite being completely against it, the family has to take in the sheriff's son, who is white. And one day, Bonetta goes out for milk and is nearly killed by a tornado. And this really puts family in perspective for Delphine, and she's finally seeing how important family is and how they can be difficult sometimes, but it's important to, put your pride aside and keep on loving and appreciating them. This book is taking place in a time where racism is really at the forefront of people's minds, and this book really helps shed the light on what it is like for a young black girl to grow up during this time and be torn between blending into the background like Big Ma would like for them to do and wanting to be proud of who she is and stand up for her black pride like she was taught in the North. This book also has a huge theme of family. Some family members have made mistakes, and some are constantly fighting, and some annoy each other, but in the end, they step up and take care of their own. I think it would be really fun to create a poster and include pictures on it of various items that were seen in the book, such as a tornado, a milk cow, sisters, etc. I think another option would be to have families explore, or children to explore their own families, and to maybe make a poster about the different family members in their family and kind of how they feel towards those individuals and things that they enjoy doing with them. For example, like, this is my grandma, I enjoy making pies with her, something like that for the younger kids. The illustration there, this is just a text, but the cover is really gorgeous illustration. It's a Big Ma's house, and the girls, you really like get a sense of their attitude, their life experience. The way they're presented is really just like strong, independent girls, and that really shows through the book. Thank you.